Got introduced to this in June last year. I was searching, being a practitioner, we're working on many different conditions, and one of the big issues I found was just being able to restore function. So we could deal with all sorts of issues, but how do you get function back? And I was at a conference, and part of the conference was Dr. Tennant. And I got introduced to the technology, so I explored, I got myself some of the technology, and I started experimenting, and I was amazed with the results. One of the first things, I had no idea what I was doing, but I was just putting this transducer onto someone's shoulder. He was a Belgian who was there for 3 weeks, and we had spent some time just, he was there to rejuvenate, basically. I said to him, just lift your arms up, and he said, no, but I can't lift this up because I had a motorbike accident 20 years ago. I said, okay, well, let's see what this thing does, and I spent 10 minutes on his shoulder. And I said, okay, see what you can do now. He says, I don't believe that. He said, for 20 years I've been trying to get this sorted, and in 10 minutes you've sorted it. So that was just my introduction to this. And I've used it on a friend of mine who's a sports scientist, and he had his ankle fused. And I said, okay, well, let's test this out. And did another 10 minutes on his ankle, and he says, no, this doesn't make sense, but my ankle's moving. So we've used it in many different ways, and I've applied the technologies and just seen some amazing results. So that's why I had to come and just get some hands-on understanding of what is actually going on, so I can apply it more effectively. I was dealing with some guest he had cancer, colon cancer, and anyway, one of his the sympathetic and parasympathetic, the pack was those circuits were out. And I just didn't matter how many times it wouldn't rectify. And I said to him, well, do you not have a scar anywhere? And he said, oh yes, I do remember. And he showed me his arm, and half his arm was missing. He had been bitten by a dog. So it was amazing just having to, and once we started opening that up, just getting the energy flowing again, and it was wonderful. And I was chatting to a new doctor who's coming to join us, and I told her the story, and she said, I had colon cancer, and I've also got a thing on my arm, a massive scar on my arm. It's just, when you start getting these dots connected, it's wonderful. There's just so many, there's so many understandings. When you start putting them together, it's wonderful to be able to help people this way.